Lilith, the mother of all witches, the first woman. The only way to burn the rage of Lilith is to... Lilith is a very, very old story, a myth. It even has some presence in the star called Black Moon, Lilith, where the shadow is. Oof, I find it extremely interesting because in the shadow is also the great possibility of wisdom. And we don't talk about witches because they are scary. They are bad. We should try to repress them and pretend they don't exist. Well, that's not what we do in this channel. In this channel, we talk about them. And in this video, we are going to take on Lilith, a little bit of her story, but a lot about how you can leverage this story in your own psyche to start living a life that is more real, neither dark or incredibly so much in the light that is naive. Excited? If you're new to my channel, my name is Blanca Vergara, and I help women like you own their own shadow so that they become a bigger, expanded version of themselves, so that they can magnetize a life that is truly abundant, that is truly theirs. Welcome. So let's talk about Lilith. Well, you know, my name is Blanca Lilia Vergara. And the way I was introduced to Lilith was because of that, because of my name, Lilia, Lilith. A friend of mine told me. And since then, I started a search for her. Who was she? Well, there are many books written about it, and I'm not going to pretend to be a historian or, esoteric, all-knowing. But it's a story that, it's very, very far back. Is related to Isis, is related to the Judeo-Christian history. In fact, it's believed that she was the very first woman before Eve. If you read Spanish, I recommend you this book, A la sombra de Lilith. I'll show it to you, even if you don't speak Spanish, just to imagine a woman like that. A woman with her red hair, totally blooming in her own power. That is Lilith. The story of Lilith has 3 stages. The first stage is the stage of being nice. If you wish, naive, like all of us. We all start the story of our life in that stage of the fool. She was just nice. She was created together with Adam from the soil. The Elohim, the gods plural, that's fascinating. But we're not going to get into that. That's a very big rabbit hole. The Elohim created her and him at the same time, from the same soil. Different to each other, similar to the Elohim. At the same image and likeness of the Elohim, of the gods. So can you imagine? That is the divine feminine perfection incarnate. And everything was fine in Eden, where they were Adam and Lilith, just discovering, being in Eden, trying to, understand and discover everything that was there. Until there was a moment that you will say it was wonderful. They could get together and know each other. You know what I mean? Wink, wink. But Lilith wanted to be on top. And he didn't like it. And he said, no, I mean, you have to be on the bottom. And she didn't want that. They had a big argument, big row. She left. And she left. She left Eden. She was cast away. She became the witch. And imagine Eden is all the light and everything is perfect. And wherever she went was dark, was lonely, was the place of rage. He doesn't like who I am. He doesn't allow me. She doesn't celebrate me. He doesn't like me who I am. He doesn't welcome all the things I am. This is what Lilith was feeling. And things became even worse when the Elohim said, no worries, Adam, we'll create you another woman. And they took a rib from him, and there was Eve. Can you imagine what Lilith felt? More rage. So not only you don't accept me for who I am, but you substitute me with a lesser being than me, this magnificent being. Oh, you can imagine all that rage. All that rage brought her to do something that's somehow thinkable in the world of rage, to try to get Adam back. The legend, the history says that Lilith went in the night and tried to seduce him. So Lilith is associated to these dreams that men have. Well, now it's called the industry of pornography. That's Lilith, horror of horrors. And the other thing that she did in her rage was to kill babies, to not allow Eve or any other woman to be a mother. So she's the bad gal per excellence. Why should we talk about her? Because you see, Carl Jung was always right. All the stories and the old stories live within us, and we act them. And if we don't become conscious of the stories that live within us, they tend to repeat as if they were faith. I can tell you that in my family, about every single woman of my family, for I don't know how many generations, lived precisely that. They got into a relationship, and the guy and them just whoop, fell apart, and they became rage, abandoned, disregarded, rejected. And now we can see it, massive protest. Now, my God, for the past 2 centuries, we see the rage of Lilith among women. In fact, Lilith has been associated with feminism, the rage against the patriarchy, the rage against men. And my God, the rage has been so big. Nowadays, it's like a war that is separating us more and more and more and more. Even this rage is what is generating the divorces. Could there be a third stage of Lilith? Could there be something beyond being completely naive and subservient to the man? And second, being alone and angry? Could there be something above that? Well, absolutely. And this is the magic of the work of the archetypes. These 2 levels of existence that are contradictory can be merged. And when they are merged, we become whole. We become grown-ups. We heal. This is what is called healing ancestral trauma. And this is what we are here to do, particularly this generation. If you are on Earth right now and you watch my video, you are being called to stop being enraged, stop being in naivete. Both things are lesser versions of you. You're invited to go to something beyond. You're invited to be held in transformation, in a transformation that honors this naive way of being that needs that rage, that needs to say, no, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I don't comply to do that. And also, if you have been in the rage, either moving towards hating men and just attacking them, or seducing them and manipulating them, you're invited to elevate this drama with a beautiful potion of forgiveness, with a beautiful potion of self-respect and love. Ooh, could you do that? Of course you can. You can do it if you set the intention to do it. And when you set the intention to do it, the resources are just going to pop up. Books are going to be given to you. Videos are going to be given to you. Ideas are going to be given to you. I invite you today, in this video, in this moment, set intention that you are going to find the gold in this naivete, in this massive rage. There must be something superior, some more mature, some more depth to it. As you set your intention, that is becoming true for you. Let me tell you a story. And that is a story of mine. This, oh God, maybe I put the picture instead. This painting, sorry, this photograph was created to tell the story of a dream that I had. I had this dream so many times. It just kept repeating. And it was very clear to me that it's a story that I needed to understand. And I am continue understanding, but I also need to relate. This is a story of my own healing, of my own Lilith. I dreamt that I was very, very old and my hair was completely white. I had braids that were really long and completely white. And I was smoking, as you do, because I don't smoke. But in my dream, I did. And I was in my gigantic mansion with a gigantic piece of land, just feeling and thinking and feeling that life was worth it. That life was fantastic with all it was. I was just there in the beingness of my deathbed. I was on a rocking chair, but I knew that I was going to die. So much peace came to me that my cigar started burning everything. This dream inspires me so much because it's very mysterious. It's very mysterious because how can I get there? How can I get there to the world of forgiveness, of wealth, of massive abundance with age? And I think the subject of fire is very important. We need to burn that rage before the rage burn us. The only way to burn the rage of Lilith is to deeply forgive yourself, deeply forgive your ancestors, deeply forgive society, the patriarchy, shower them with love and gratitude. When you do that, is something like alchemy. the naive little girl who lets, you know, everybody stamp on her dreams, and the witch who uses and abuses, manipulates, and destroys relationships disappears. And somebody more grown up, more you, more mature, more magnetic will show up. When you can act from this place of wisdom, everything will change. I hope this for you. I invite you to do this. Quite likely, this video does it for you. But if you're inspired to be held in this transformation, just contact me. In the first comment is how to work with me, and I will be honored to hold you as you burn your rage and your naivety. I wish you all the best.